Alia. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Leslie and this is Alia. In this occasion, I want to talk about some of the treatments that I do, some of the therapies that I offer, and the differences between them, because I receive a lot of, sometimes people are confused when, for example, when they call already to make an appointment or something on the phone, and sometimes I don't have the time to explain, so I'll just tape this, make this video really fast so that you can, if you call me or something, then I simply relate to this, send you the link or something, and then you can already have an idea how it goes with my treatments. Normally, I'm a spa therapist. I used to work in spas, for example, in Spain and in Germany, and also in gyms, but also in the same branch, in the spa area. So I have a lot of experience in, not necessarily directly in the treatments themselves, even though I also have a lot of experience in that, but basically in what I'll try to explain today is the things that can go right and wrong in the treatment that I do now with you guys, or girls, guys, and how to help improve them. In other words, what you can do at home when you don't have me anymore. So, for example, if you take a relaxing massage, right? Well, that's a soft thing. You're gonna get, for example, the oils applied. However, I have complaints that, alas, some people tell me that, for example, when I see that somebody wants to take a shower after that, they're like, oh my God, I'm so sticky, whatever. That's not a good result from a treatment. I use excellent oils. I use organic oils. I use amazing de-stress oils. You can put anything you want. If you don't absorb it, we don't need to discuss anything. You feel sticky, it's not going inside anywhere, and you are just wasting your money, so to say. Okay, this can be not so bad for, when you have a little pain here and there and you don't have so much time. You came from your lunch, you came in your lunchtime, for half an hour or something. That's a mini treatment that can help a little bit. I'm not so happy with it, but some people just have little time, right? So my recommendation for this situation is to take a hot bath. Is always a good alternative, or a good, after massage or so, or after going in the spa. Believe it or not, is like a continuation of a treatment that you had already. So again, if you need to take a shower, you just take a shower because you feel, you don't feel comfortable. But that's what I'm saying, it's just like clogging you more sometimes, right? You take the shower, or you take a shower, or you take a hot bath at home later on or something, because sometimes people really don't have time for showers or anything, but they don't feel comfortable. That's obviously not a good that's not a good result, right? Reason why I always, or almost always, tell you, no, take infrared sauna before. I have an infrared. I'm gonna show you very briefly. This is an infrared. It's called infrared wrap. So we put a towel here, very beautiful and very soft and stuff, and we turn it on here. You see, and it's it just gets warm, but it's like a complete sauna treatment, right? So you can stay there, let's say, it depends on you, depends on the time. That sometimes normally when people come already, and I know it, from experiences just because they haven't treated themselves long time, so they are already ready to take my recommendations, let's put it that way. So if you come for, normally you can stay there because it's just warm and it's amazingly calming, right? And you're gonna be sweating deep because this is not only sweating, this is infrared. And if you read in internet all the benefits, it's amazing, right? So it's really good. So that's why normally I didn't do that before, but seeing the results that people don't get so many results because they have accumulated so much in the muscles already, so much fluid or infection. They even have muscle infections sometimes. That's why you have so much pains and stuff, which become chronical, blah blah. The whole program because you have it in yourself. You just come with me and I try to find solutions, right? So this infrared is amazing for these type of things. And then now what I'm doing is I'm combining it with this deep tissue. Oh, let me see if I can see it. You see, this is a deep tissue. Well, I need to connect it, but basically I put it down in your back while you're having your infrared, and it's amazing. It's getting amazing results as well. Both together, right? And now I got new also this acupuncture mat, which is also amazing. Let me see if I can. Well, yeah, you see these stitches, these needles are, you kind of lie there a little bit, and in other words, pretty much what we're doing is like, because acupuncture mat is rather more for your nerves. Sometimes, these chronic pains or stuff are more rather in your nerves already, or are rather more, like a nervous reaction, nerves reaction. So I have these three things. Then, of course, after sweating, but in a nice way. In other words, it's comfortable, it's warm, you're not falling. That's why I extra put it on the floor, because in that way you don't have any, subconscious feeling that you might fall or something, and it's really comfortable. So after you've been there, then you take a cold shower, preferably, or warm, but I highly recommend cold, because if not, otherwise you would later on you would be hot. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be too hot for you because you've been already 1 hour or half an hour in the infrared. So you accumulated already heat. And even though the first splash is kind of like, oh my God, it's so cold. But afterwards, then you don't hate me so much for for putting you in the cold shower, because you're gonna start sweating even though you are already out of the sauna, right? Of the sauna wrap. So that's pretty much the alternatives that I have in terms of massage treatments or physical treatments. For the mind, of course, we can play some, for example, soft music, or depending on each person. Sometimes I have the feeling that people are so distracted or ruminating already in their head. So I try to play a meditation or something like that can help you a little bit to, like, put your how do you call it? Put your mind, like, back in your own, like, body scan meditation is called. It brings you back, it grounds you back into your own self, because sometimes we're so distracted with people or this or that, or our jobs, our children, whatever, and we forget us, right? So body scan meditation, you can also search it in the internet. It's can totally help you. You can do it also at home, of course. It can also help you to bring you back, grounding you again. I have also this grounding, by the way, this grounding mat. Well, I have two, but this one is one of them. And pretty much you put your hand or you put your feet over there, or a part of yourself, and this helps you also with your nerves to get rid of. It's normally the same effect as if you would be hugging a tree, because before I used to recommend people to hug a tree or to go barefoot in the for example at the beach, or which is also good, you can do it, but sometimes it's so cold, right? So now there is this mat, grounding mat is called. So I have that too, which helps also a little bit to kind of ground you again, and bring your nerves a little bit. In other words, well, pretty much basically what it does is to helps you get rid of the electricity from your spine, well, from the back of your neck through your spine, right? So it helps you with all these, for example, Wi-Fi effect. For nowadays we use a lot of Wi-Fi and stuff, and so all this electricity that you accumulate in your spine and all over your body, but pretty much through your spine, from your brain, then it helps you with that too. I also have the Alia Ayat treatment, which is with tea. However, I have specific videos for that one, but pretty much in terms of like massages and spa treatments, that's what I offer. And again, I try to listen to what people might be needing at the moment, and from there, then kind of try to find solutions. I have something very important to say, which is that, for example, there is a big difference when you do relaxing massage and when you do deep tissue massage. Is obviously much more deeper in terms of detoxifying. Detoxifying is good, but it can cause a lot of pain. That's why when you go, when you do deep tissue, you have to be aware that in the next days you're going to be having maybe pains. Because I know a lot of people, well, it happened to me only one time, but I've heard people even going to 5-star hotels or something, and they have to go to the doctor afterwards because they think that they're sick or something. And it's not that. It's just that the toxins are. Don't forget that when we do massages, we are only moving the toxins in your body. Pains are toxins, also fluids that are in the wrong part of the muscles, or so this is also toxins, right? So when I do a soft massage, then of course it's little movement of toxins, and if you are clean enough, then you can absorb some oils. That's kind of like a soft treatment. But when you go in deep tissue or in deep treatments, right, then of course, then depending on how you get rid of your toxins, or of your body, how fast it is, then you can have more or less pains. Normally shouldn't be a lot of pain, and if you use the infrared sauna, that's why I recommend it also. That's why I found a way, or tried to find a way in which you can get rid of all that tartness, all that fluids like that are not going anywhere and are causing you a lot of pain and even infections, through sweating, and it does help a lot. It helps me a lot, and it helps a lot of patients. I've seen it, so that's why I recommend that so very highly. However, because some people would like information on the phone, but it's so hard because I don't know you. I don't know what you're going through. Sometimes you are busy and you're just, In other words, I have to see you first, and then I can recommend you what to do and stuff, or what I would do, right? But pretty much, deep tissue is amazing because in the moment it feels good. And for example, I have like my machines are really warm and stuff. They have infrared and everything. But if you don't combine it with infrared, then you know what I mean. Deep tissue always, it's like a tic tac bomb. You don't know. Sometimes it can be. I tell you, sometimes people have gone to hospitals, which is an extreme. I don't think that happens that often, but sometimes, in other words, it's painful. I mean, afterwards, because don't forget that massage is only, you're only moving toxins. You're not removing them. In other words, I'm moving them either with my hands or with my machines, but they're still in your body. So if you don't take infrared, and that's why I highly recommend infrared sauna wrap when you come to visit me, or you can buy one by yourself. They're not so expensive. You can even buy one from me, which is a good help for me also. But because in that way you are saving yourself a lot of pain, like especially after deep tissue massages and treatments. So I hope that that's in a nutshell, my treatments, and from there, you more or less can kind of in your head have an idea how it would go with you. However, like I said, I need to see you, and I need to see what I can do, really, for real. And I can offer you like something, like a, so to say, a little professional suggestion. Because there are people who, for example, have one infrared treatment, then they have space for the oils in their body. But in their back, I'm talking about someone specific, that I treated, still has a lot of knots. At that time, I didn't have the acupuncture mat, which is really good against nerves and this stiffness and stuff, especially in the shoulders, for people who drive a lot or who have a lot of computer work, or work in the upper part, the shoulders and stuff. So then what I was trying to say is that this person was much better, but still had a lot of knots in the upper part of the back, the neck and the back, not the neck, but before, down before the neck. And normally I would suggest another cold shower, for example, if you can stand it. This person was really okay with cold showers, for example. And then you go back in the infrared with the machine, with the deep tissue machine massager together. So that gives you an idea, because when you go in the, in other words, if you take a deep tissue in the infrared, that's what I do together. You go in the wrap, and I put like here before, in other words, behind you. Then I put the machine, right? And it's amazing, like I said. So that is, in other words, some people say, yeah, I'm gonna take a hot shower afterwards. They forget it, or they don't have time, or whatever. In other words, you're taking everything at the same time, right? Well, thank you. I think that's in a nutshell what I wanted to tell you today. And whenever you ask me on the phone, then I can refer you to this video so that you have an idea how it goes. And price-wise, with prices, well, I have, like I said, I have 3 different options, and normally, to be honest, the people who come, they don't really have a real idea of what they really need. So, but normally I have treatments from, let's say, £100 to, yeah, roundabout. And if it's more time, for an hour, right? This could include infrared, and this could include acupuncture and ground mat. But sometimes, like I said, there are people who need more time. Massage is not about just moving things, it's about time too. Because it's not only the muscles that are involved, are also the nerves are also involved, right? And nerves need like calmness and and time. So, like, so 100, 150, 200, I've had people, but again, in longer time, of course, but more or less so that you have an idea. However, if you would like sessions only separately, I also have appointments for £70, which I don't recommend a lot, honestly, to be honest with you, because again, these are spa treatments, and spa treatments need time. When I give you half an hour, like I explained at the beginning, I give you half an hour, you come 1 to 3. Again, for some people it does work, or you get a little bit better. So, well, then it's perfect, right? Like I don't want to judge that whatsoever. But what I'm saying is, from my experience, rather come for a little bit longer treatment, and then probably you'll get much better results, even for your money, because you say, okay, I go and I have a treatment for less time or whatever, but that's gonna last you also less time, right? You feeling healed, or you feeling much better, right? So again, I don't think here it's about money in itself, where I work. It's rather more about time, or rather about finding enough time to come for treatments and stuff. But again, you have an idea already. Thank you very much for watching, and alele sa tselene. Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks.